Hello and welcome back for another week of World of Randomness. We missed out last week because unfortunately I was dealing with a little bit of flu. I am Tony from Phantasmic Chronicles, and you are joined with Danny from Two Real Geeks.
Oops.
And Danny, how are you doing?
I'm good. I am good. I
That's a nice stick shirt you got on
I
there.
can't complain. Yep.
Sticks would have been, as long as you didn't go to the symphonic sticks. I highly love that shirt. If you went and they played symphonic, then okay.
Nah, this was the so
I'm sure they had to throw Kilroy in there.
yes, they did.
Oh, that's
They
a shame.
sure did.
But everybody wants to hear the classics. Lena, welcome in. How are you doing tonight?
Hey,
And for
Lena.
all you watching on the replay, if you're new here, please consider subscribing as I go live every week and I do put out videos regularly. And also, if you are new to my channel and you don't know who Danny is, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but subscribe to Danny. He is at Two Real Geeks. He does theme parks, nature videos, a little bit of everything, a
We
little
do
puppetry.
everything. If
Yes,
it's
they
fun,
do.
we're doing it. We like to show the fun we have and bring you on new adventures all the time.
And they are the only place where you can find Leia Cam.
No, Bulldog Cam now. Bulldog Vision.
Bulldog Vision. What? Hey, whatever works. And Lena put
It
it in
sounds
there.
it,
I said it to
it
you the other
sounded
night.
better than Leia Cam and Leia Vision, or like no. I'm like, all right, Bulldog Cam. That sounds good, you know.
Oh, that'll work.
Granted, she's an
Danny,
American Bulldog, but
congratulations on 2K.
oh,
Big
thank you.
milestone.
I appreciate. Yeah, actually, we pushed now. We're like at 2022 right now.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, because
I
a
know.
hundred's a big milestone. They say a thousand's a big milestone. I think 2,000's that milestone where you start saying, "Okay, I'm finally starting to get to where I want." It just
Yeah,
feels like that magic spot because 1K is never going to get you your 4,000 hours. I mean, unless you're putting out 20 videos a week and everybody's watching.
I mean,
Oh, Danny, I think
we.
you're feeding back through.
All right, hold on. Let me go get the headset.
Okay.
I'll
I could hear it a little bit, Lena, but I wasn't sure if it was coming through all the way across. So, Danny will get his headset here and try not to knock over the camera.
Oh, I think I did it. I think I finally did it.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you just fine.
Is that better? No.
And I can't hear. I can't
No
hear
echo?
me. Nope, no
Good.
echo.
All right, good.
So all the theme parks are pushing all their dates back, as I think we already expected. I think we're looking at the beginning of June before we even begin to see any theme parks open up. Everybody right now,
Yeah.
whether it's Disney, Six Flags, Cedar Fair, Busch Gardens, everybody out there, they
Well,
want to get out there and they want to hit their favorite park. And
that's the
can you
problem.
imagine what?
It's not. It's not even everybody. It's people like you that want to get out there and make content. And it's basically what it is. That's the problem. If you look,
Yeah, well,
like, yes, there's people they're like, oh, what are you doing? This and that. I don't know if you saw my Twitter post the other day when I put the information up about Six Flags.
yeah,
Realistically, it spoke for itself. I didn't want to be that one, but somebody had to be. And stop complaining that these parks, they're closed for your safety, for their safety. Mostly for your safety. I
Yeah, and your family's safety. You know what is,
it's
you know, someone yours or my age, there's a great chance we're going to recover from this. But you know what? There is an
mhm,
older person in your family that you are going to somehow infect, whether it's you give it to another person and they transfer it across, or look at my situation. My wife works at a hospital. You know, I bring something like that
exactly.
home and she takes it into the hospital. I mean, we're talking about
Forget it.
that is those are how pandemics are carried on because hospitals are clean, but they are only as clean as the people that are going in and out. So yeah, and
And
Lena,
she's immune compromised.
yeah, I mean, so it's very important for these places to, and I'm sure corporately it was a very hard decision. I don't care what they want to say. If I'm sitting in that board meeting as someone that has my entire life wrapped up in a, there's a lot before you make that call, but ultimately, the call that you have
Yep.
to make. You have to make the right call, or else, if I'm a board member at Six Flags and I don't make that call, there is no more Six Flags. People will sue the crap out of these places. For
Exactly.
one, for
Like,
two,
yeah, you might be suffering right now, lost some money, but realistically, when the park opens, you're going to make that money back.
these
Realistically.
places are going to make money hand over fist because people want to get out. They right
Yep.
now, my big adventure is driving 7 miles into town to pick up my kids.
I,
That is my adventure every other day,
yeah,
picking up my children. Because what else am I going to do?
that's
I
like
mean,
me.
especially,
I
because
my
nobody
adventure
is.
is I go to work and I sit there all day and do nothing to come home, which are Wednesdays and Sundays, to come home and sit here and do nothing all day.
Yep.
I'm
And
at the
right
point where
now,
I'm gonna probably go to a lot of old videos to see what I can pull out and try to make something of things. I don't want to do it because the quality of a lot of them suck because we
but it's content.
just right around the first of the year, but it's content. Yep. So
And Lena, me and Danny talk quite a bit, and one of the things I told him is there's a few you did, and it's very few that I have really appreciated over the last couple of weeks, and two of the names that I brought up is you and
mm-hmm.
Myers and the Mouse, because for one, you
Yeah.
guys aren't sitting there making a big deal out of this every day. You guys are going on,
No.
you're continuing the streams you have, and you're also kind of bringing a piece of normalcy back into people's lives in a sense, which is kind of like what we're doing tonight because, I could have just sat here and took another week to get
Yep.
better, but I enjoy this because this is my chance to kind of be out there because I can't do it on my own right now.
Are here to entertain you. Even on Two Real Geeks channel, we don't want to talk about. This is as far as we're going to talk about current events. I'm not going to sit here and give you my
Yep.
opinion or numbers because we all hear that. I don't need to sit and say things. You hear me. I'm not even saying what it is that we're talking about because I
Yeah.
don't need to. I don't
No, you
want to.
don't.
It's not fun, and I'm here to entertain. I'm a YouTuber that wants to show you fun. I want to take you on adventures, not nightmares. Granted, you watch my nightmare, going down Doll's Head Trail, but that's different.
I was going to say, yeah, Doll's Head Trail and watching Jess make fun of you and watch Leia trying to find couch pizza all the time.
Exactly, but that's what you get with us.
Yeah, and that's what makes the channels like Lena. I just mentioned yours, Myers and the Mouse. That's what makes what me and Danny have pretty fun because we're not going to be imitating
She
what we
said,
are.
"What about
Lena,
Dolls
if
Pet
you have
Trail?"
not seen his Dolls Trail video, that is probably the greatest video they have put out in the past year. Hands down,
You think
great
so?
video. Yes, I do. I mean,
Really?
just
Why?
because
Why? I want you. Let's. Okay. Let's
okay.
see.
Let
Hasn't seen it.
it.
Pull it up. See if we can pull it up. I want you to walk through this, and I want you to explain why this was the greatest video.
Okay, give me a second here.
Yeah. Actually, I can probably pull it up on my end without lag because I hard copy all my stuff.
I'll say if you've got it hard copied,
Yeah, let me see what I can do.
because it'll take me a second here to find it. But actually, I'm right here.
It shouldn't. It's all right.
Well, I'm at your channel. There it is. Okay, hang on. Let me share it
All
here.
right.
You guys can probably.
So, Lena, this is. Know why. Not that I'm doubting you. I just love to know a certain video of ours is the greatest video. We got to do the audio.
Now, do I have any audio?
No, there's no audio on it.
I'm probably not able to play audio from it, am I?
Yeah, you could. Why wouldn't you?
Is it playing now?
End the share. No, end the share.
Okay, hang on.
Like, yeah. Go share it again. And then on the bottom, there's a tick that says,
Okay, hang on a second.
okay.
Okay. What do you need me to do?
You see on the bottom of on that box, the audio to share, there should be a box, a little tick that says share audio.
Okay. Let me go back. There we go. Share audio.
Yeah. It should work that way.
It being, you know,
There you go.
overcast and creepy, why not do Dolls Pet Trail?
It's working.
Just
Wonder what
for
it's living
one, the
in that
music you used in it
That's creepy.
is really
Yeah.
good.
That
And I
is
mean, you
creepy.
continue that kind of
Yeah,
theme through the
it
whole
really
thing.
does remind me of Pet Cemetery.
I mean,
Wow. Jess is gonna go find
you
out
guys
what's in
had a
there.
great time with it too, and the fact that
Maybe.
Oh, we
you
did.
really
Because
didn't give,
Go see.
like
You didn't
things
get-
like this are our element.
This is creepy.
you know,
Lena, you haven't seen anything yet.
It's like a little swamp area.
I mean,
Water
and the part
right
that I
down in
really
there,
liked
water
about
and
it was
everything.
the fact that you didn't.
I ain't going all the way over there. It's way too muddy, but
Wait a minute.
all the way over there.
Playing
It's
in
way
snow.
too muddy, but it's all swamp area.
So you can see too along the trail there are benches that we are sitting along to. Leia was
You
just
make
up
great
here with
cuts
me,
throughout it as well.
but take a
Wait,
nice
we
little
did
stroll.
what?
Sit down when you
You make
want.
great cuts going
It's fun.
throughout it as well.
So much fun.
Okay.
Plus, you
So
did
peaceful.
great social distancing.
Yet so
Yep.
creepy.
But yet we didn't mention it.
It does. You can hear the birds. This is
Yeah, the music on this was great. Like, it was a great choice that we did.
Yeah, that was just. I mean, the idea behind it. I mean, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
did you not say that it was something somebody was doing with their park, or something that somebody was doing the whole time, and then the
Right. So
local government?
this
Atlanta kind of
So the
found out
story
about
of
it.
that land, yeah. So the story of that land is, I'll give you the backstory real quick on that. Is it was a old brick factory. So you a bunch of brick factories down here in the South, that the slaves used to run, but
Hi,
that
Rachel.
one
Welcome in.
wasn't. Hey, Rachel, what's going on? Wasn't a slave run factory. They were actually paid. So the factory went out of business and all that. So all those bricks were left over, and there was just a lot of debris and everything left back there because squatters in the woods. And the guy saw that, so he realized there was a whole bunch of doll heads and toys and just random things back there. So he started making this trail, cleared out the path. The city saw this, and he was like, "Oh, I could explain." The city's like, "No need to explain. Just keep going." They're like,
Yeah,
we got
I
you.
think that it's really.
Yeah,
I thought it was really awesome how they did it.
yeah. So it was great. I just wish that video would catch more though.
I think you're going to find that it will over time. And, I've noticed a definite uptick, not massive, but I've noticed a definite uptick over the last 2 weeks in not really the actual views of my video, but the actual average time watched.
Right,
Like some of my videos were getting very few, uh,
right.
very small amounts of time watched. Now I'm noticing that number is going up and up
People,
because, people
yeah,
are
my
repeating the
my
same
amount
thing
of
over
time
and over.
watched went up too. Yeah, went up too, and they're just sitting here watching full videos recently, and I'm not complaining. Not complaining. Oh, my mom's here.
Yeah. Hi, Danny's mom and Rachel. I hope everything's okay. I mean, an earthquake anytime is scary. I mean, especially people. There's been an earthquake. There's been some tornadoes, and with everything else going on, that makes things pretty rough.
Exactly. Yeah, like that one's just sitting at 91 now for like the past week or so. So I'm like, all right, can we get it going? But
I got a beer.
gets me is people. Yep. Well, you got to remember it's Tuesday. They Tuesdays up at the local bar in New York.
Oh well, nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Although I will take a taco. I'd be more than happy to take a taco.
Yeah.
I actually went out and grabbed
So
myself a Burger King the other day or today because I needed something. I needed something greasy and fast foody, and it's one of those things. And I'll tell you what,
yeah,
and a lot of these places are doing a really good job the way they're handling the drive-through stuff. Burger King
yeah.
has their stuff together. I mean, they don't touch anything. I mean, I pulled up, they come over with gloves on, they put the drinks in this metal tray and they push it out. That way you don't have to touch their gloves or touch them. And I was like,
Uh huh.
I told him too. I says, you
That's
guys have your
smart.
stuff together. I was like, you guys are doing a really good job.
Yeah. What do you mean, Lena? What do you mean by your returning videos? I don't.
I was just
But
reading that too.
okay. Yeah, that's bizarre. I don't know what a.
Maybe taking and putting
Yeah.
in cuts in.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I think I know what she probably means. Where like if you go to my page to put it, like how I have my trailer up there, my Two Real Geeks trailer. When you go on my page, like Two Real Geeks, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I put for people coming back to my channel, it would make people watch that video.
Okay.
So Lena's looking to join us, Tony.
That's what I was looking for.
To
I think
be
I still have it in
tortured.
my. Yes, she does.
Do you
Lena,
want
it's in
to
your.
play, Lena?
It's in Instagram.
Do you want to play?
Want to play a game?
Let's play, Lena. I'm so going to give her nightmares tonight between the doll video and just me being me right now.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point where I'm just ready to bite concrete because I can't. I'm one of those
You know
people.
what, Tony? Just make the best of it. That's all you can do.
I'll hopefully get some news on Thursday from the orthopedic and get me up on my feet. And if I can get out and start just walking around again, I can start shooting again. It's hard to shoot video when you can't stand still.
Oh, I'm sure.
When you can't stand on your own 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Lena.
Hi, Lena.
You like my nightmares.
Good.
And yes, I meant returning viewers. Yeah, they were talking about it last night. They said take some of your videos that didn't have very high analytics or views and create a playlist for that section. Instead of having just a video, make it a playlist for returning viewers of
I know, but
maybe.
I have so many playlists on my channel right now. Like, it's just kind of painful to make another one for me.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially, I have over that I've uploaded, not even including live streams, just 100 videos, over 100 that I've uploaded. So it's just like, all right, I got to go through every
and they're just
single
sitting
video.
there. Yeah.
But
I
get that.
It has several playlists. It does make sense because I know when you go into your end screen and you could set up things for your end screen. You have things where you can set it up where specific videos pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do it based on your analytics as well. Like, okay, low view time can pop up at the end of every video, but I have not got into the creative side of creating an end screen and all that.
I haven't
all my
either.
Stuff, there's an art to it.
Look,
I probably should, but I haven't.
I use the same format at the end of our videos. I have that awesome picture that we took at the Puppetry of Arts from the Jim Henson saying, because it fits our perfectly. I don't know if you've seen that. I'm like, yeah, I saw that. I took that picture. I'm like, yeah, after every video, this needs to go in. So we do that. And then we do our, those things, but we kind of kept them animated at that point. So it works for me,
I made mine when I first started my channel. I simply made it on a pic collage.
Mm-hmm.
I just simply made it on pic collage. And that goes at the end of my video. And I have a specific on Video Guru, which is what I use for my editing. There's free sound clips, and I use the same sound clip for every ending of the video. And then I use Intro Maker.
That's like
and
what
I had
we
this
do.
little, and it just has a video. It just goes bow wow at the end, and it just says Paper Scissors Vacations on my at the very end.
Right. That's. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I want to plan for to start putting in my videos, but I don't really want to get as creative as I'd like to until I start doing more videos. I've worked on I've got my new channel logo. I'm working on it. I've got the graphic laid out. I've got what I want to put in the graphic laid out. Okay.
So, okay, if it would ever load, hold on.
I learned a new program last week.
What's that?
I started learning Canva.
I get
I
the free
Oh,
version.
I'll tell you about that in a second. That's a
Canva,
great.
yeah. Oh, I fell in. Dole Whip Dad, I think, mentioned it on Creator
All
Talk.
right, never mind.
If you have not checked into, if you have
Right.
not listened to Creator Talk, Tony, it's on Sunday nights on Dole Whip Dad's channel. It's about 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central Time, and him and the Lynn Project talk about like different things that we as creators can do for our channel. And they kept like 3 weeks in a row they talked about Canva, and I'm like, I'm gonna. The third week, I'm like, fine, I'm gonna check out
So
Canva because Pit Collage is
if you
making me
look,
nuts.
at my thumbnails, right? All my thumbnails are made through Canva.
Hmm.
But Canva, you have to literally play around with Canva sometimes because you can choose a color and the color is going to look like it blends in. But then you also have to remember is in the background, you can make the background less translucent in there, so you can play around with it that way. So, but we use, I'm not even gonna hide it. Tony knows what I use. Windows Movie Maker,
Yep.
the free version of Windows Movie Maker, the old version of Windows Movie Maker.
No shame.
Since
No shame in that.
day one, I've tried other programs. I love out of other programs. I love the way Windows Movie Maker puts the clips on the side of the screen for you, and then the bar under it and everything makes it easier to me at least. I don't like all the other features on that Adobe. It's like I don't need all that. I don't need all that. I'm not looking to make cinematographic videos here. I'm looking to make videos to entertain you. That's it.
Right. Right.
That's
Agreed.
all I'm doing.
You
And
want to know
with that,
everything? Yeah.
no, go on.
No, go ahead.
Go on. I was done.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
To say the only
Yes, I
thing that I've
was.
accomplished so far with Canva is my
Yeah.
my current logo,
Hey,
which
that's something.
I think it turned out nice. I would like to learn more with it, but
And
there's times where I sit there and do that, and I just can't keep myself working with it long enough because I get frustrated so easily, especially
Right.
because I know that I should be able to do these things a lot easier than what I am. So I'm doing something wrong, and I'm just glad to sit down with the laptop and just get it done because I need this new
Hey,
logo done because it's going on my shirts and everything, which I want to get those made, because this is
yeah.
not going to last forever. And I want those T-shirts for when I'm going to all the parks. I want my name out there. You
Right.
know,
yeah,
I want to be able to put the business on the back. I want to be able to put the channel on the front. Business cards are just not enough in this day and age to get your name out there. But when people see a T-shirt and you're walking around the park and it has that little YouTube logo on it, people ask
Mm-hmm.
questions. People are like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, who is that? Is that you?" And those are the things that work. Heard I've heard Deb talk about it. I've heard Danny talk about it. I've
You've
heard
heard
several people
me
say
talk about it.
all it took was a T-shirt. Yeah, I mean, how many subscribers have you gained just
Look,
walking around Six Flags?
well, I'm not even Six Flags. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll put a wall on, okay? Just because. Look, there's no better advertisement than free advertisement, and you're a walking billboard. Okay?
Yep.
mm-hmm.
I use it. And you know what? It's my channel. I'm gonna promote the hell out of it. I'm at work, people come up to me and I see that, they got kids or whatever. I'm like, hey, check out my channel. And then with my work tablet, I'll pull it up on the channel. I'm like, there, this is what it is. My coworkers laugh at me all the time. I'm like, hey, but it's
Hi,
free.
Shelly. Welcome in. How are you tonight?
And I'm, hey, Shelly. You
Hey,
know what I
Shelly.
mean? It's advertisement no matter where I go, as long as I open my mouth and speak to somebody or I have it on the back of me. Because our hoodies, it's on the front, it's on the back. But I have our Star Wars logo, and under that it has subscribe. Because 9 out of 10 times people are going to see you from the back and they're not going to know what 2 Real Geeks are. But so in the front, they see 2 Real Geeks. It's like, hey, what is that? My YouTube channel. Because you're going to see me face on, you can talk to me. On the back, you ain't going to go and talk to me.
Right.
Yeah, that's just true. I mean, you know, and like you said, it
Look.
says subscribe. I mean, it says it all right there. 2 Real Geeks,
Yeah.
subscribe. No other place out there.
And it has the
you don't go to
YouTube
Facebook and
subscribe
Everybody
logo.
knows.
Right. It has that YouTube subscribe logo on the. You know what that logo is. It's the button. So everybody sees it every day. You know what it is. You hit it all the time.
You hear my Westminster?
Yeah. But like I said, from the front, you're gonna ask me, hey, what is that? You know, or you're gonna be like, oh, 2 Real Geeks, like, and then you see us like, oh, that must be something. So I was smart too. For my channel is, I literally took, because we're the number 2, right? So I took TWO, TOO, any form of 2, we took it, and I put it for the search.
Oh, did you?
Pop up no matter what you look. Oh yeah, even if you Google 2 Real Geeks right now, you will find us.
And I went through this when I first started. And we're going back. Danny can attest to.
He's not lying.
My infamous live stream for DAS.
Oh yeah.
I remember watching a few larger live streamers talk about when they first started going live how they'd have like 1 person in there or 2 people. And I'm sitting there watching, and I scheduled that live stream almost a week out. And I thought I did a good job of making sure that it had good tags and it would start getting seen heading into that week. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I was happy with the people that I had in it. I had 7 or 8 people in my first live stream with literally 25 subscribers. So
that's great.
And then I should have been it.
And
no,
actually.
Well, no,
it's
because Tony, I saw Tony. Tony was there and he was struggling, and I saw this and I was like, oh no, we're not gonna let this man struggle, because I saw it in him. He wanted to do it. He had this live stream and he was talking about, hey Dev, what's going on, buddy?
Man?
Hey Dev.
For joining us tonight.
Been watching while editing.
Well,
awesome.
We all understand that editing curse going on, so. But I can't wait to watch your next video, man. It really.
Agreed.
To say, your videos when I'm sitting at work all day doing nothing, waiting nothing for 1 car to come into my shop. Dev gets me going during the day. Going,
now, I have told this to Danny several times. I have told Danny this several times, and Dev, I've texted you and told you this. Dev is one of the biggest reasons why I decided to actually make something of this. I had said something almost a year ago, and I had said it in our mod chat, and Dev actually said, just do something. Do anything. And, it took
But that's
time.
What I told you too.
And that's, I know, and I'm not saying you didn't, but I'm just saying that it took people to show me that, there was support, if that makes sense. And that's the reason why I have really grown.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely going to be doing that, Dev.
Yeah.
See? Keep creating.
Yep.
Okay.
Tony. Keep creating.
I just bounced in my seat a little bit that the fact that Prince Charming Dev might be watching one of my videos. Not going to lie.
Yeah, listen, you'll be surprised.
Noah, how's it going, buddy?
Watch his videos.
Yeah,
Look,
I mean, it's crazy who's watching videos because you think
like
I
to
know, right?
yourself,
Dev isn't gonna favorite YouTuber. Dev, as I compared it to Tony, we're minnows because Dev has been at this longer, so he's the big mouth bass. He's not the shark bull,
Yeah.
and he's that big
Yep.
mouth bass that we all look up to. I know if I'll look up to Dev and be like, okay, I strive to be Dev,
Yeah.
just because he's here in chat. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Don't sorry, Dev.
No,
But
these are conversations that we have backstage every
Yeah.
week after a
But
stream's over.
realistically,
it's true.
when it comes down to it, Dev has his one that he looks up to, that he strives to be. One has their,
Yep.
I mean, we
Yeah.
all can't
100%.
be PewDiePie out here. We can't all be number one.
We can't all be the Tim Tracker.
Even
No,
him,
and that's the thing.
he's not that big compared to everybody else too. And realistically, I was talking to Tony about this earlier. Was you may have your niche. I like what I do because I cover everything. I like what Dev does because he covers everything. If you're gonna concentrate on Disney, on just roller coasters or anything, like you can concentrate on just Barbie dolls or just whatever, you're gonna be stuck in that, and it's gonna be hard to deviate. So with it, I've been doing this 4 years. I've been doing this. It's been hard. Yep. And you know what?
And
Dev
Dev,
will be
I
the
think
first to tell
we're
you,
always going to feel
he's
that
learning
way.
this every day.
Agreed.
He's still learning.
Yeah. 100%. I think we all are.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. I know.
Well,
but
like,
you know what? Here's the thing. Doing this, and that's what matters. When I stop having
that's
fun,
exactly it.
is when we
Yeah.
stop doing this. Jess and I,
Right.
we've been told so many times, you guys are the
Dev,
same on camera in your videos in person.
Dev, you're absolutely right.
Wow.
And me and Danny, we probably touch on this once every stream, it seems like. People want to niche themselves in that one thing. And,
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of people that I know, it's Disney. And I'm not knocking them for what they're doing. Do what you love and do it. Just understand, if you don't step outside that bubble a little bit, you're going to be stuck right there at Disney. And and I always bring you up, Dev, and I've brought you up in several streams just because of this. Dev, you
Mhm.
weren't afraid to just, I'm going to New York and I'm going to film it. Never been to New York, but
Those are
going
my
to.
favorite videos.
And
To
you
this day, I
Mhm.
will still say that. Now that you're
Well,
in my chat here, thank you so much for those videos. I moved to Georgia 2.5 years ago, and you really brought me back home. Made me realize
There was a little
how
bit of
much I
homecoming
actually
for
want to
me
get
in
up
that
to New
too.
York to visit. Yeah, and awesome. As a New Yorker, I'll always be a New Yorker at heart. So in Georgia.
yeah,
Awesome.
Sam's
Awesome
from New
job.
York, and he's
Covered.
always about New York.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
that
why I titled my
covered
channel Paper,
properly.
Scissors, and Vacations, oh my. Because I could have themed it Paper,
Right.
Scissors, and Disney, oh my, or Paper, Scissors, and Theme Parks, oh my. But even
Right.
even theme parks would have limited my channel. But I called it Vacations because a vacation could be just a 1-day trip to the zoo. It could be a weekend trip. Danny wants to say something so badly.
Where in Georgia are you coming to, Deb? Because
Fan Danny a little bit.
when this clears up, I may have access past Flags for you. I'm just saying. So if you want to do Six Flags over Georgia, let me know.
Say, that's if I do go to Carowinds this year, which it's looking like, that's because I really think we're looking at June before things fire back up. Cedar Point's going to be forced
Look, it
into
is what it
upgrading
is.
everybody's
Just say
pass.
that it is what it is, and
Yep.
that's all.
So I
we'll
think
be
what
here online to entertain. That's it.
what I'm saying is I think that Cedar Point, instead of being able to expand their season because being on the shore, is going to upgrade everybody's passes to
Yeah.
the next level. I think people that are Platinum Pass are probably going to get a discount uh, for next season because you can't go in, unless they give them like a food pass or something. But that's going to give
Right.
me access to the other Cedar Fair parks. And like I was saying,
Right.
I want to get to Carowinds. I want to ride Fury 325. That's on my list. I mean, we're talking another 4 hours to get to Georgia. If I want to go to Carowinds, I may as well go to Carowinds and to Six Flags over Georgia. I may as well hit both.
Exactly.
You know,
Because
No,
it really is right here. So yeah, Dev, I
Yeah.
know a lot of the movie look. Let me know when you're coming to Georgia. Yeah, let me know. Hit me up off on like Twitter, Instagram, more like Twitter. On Twitter, but hit me up on Twitter, and I will definitely hook you up with stuff here.
Ooh.
I know a bunch
Did
of
you just see
locations.
Prince
I know a bunch of people
Dev's last comment?
doing.
yeah, I've actually heard some small
Oh wow!
rumblings coming out of my area that Cedar
Wow.
Fair is already trying to purchase the holding company that that holds SeaWorld and Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens.
I cannot think of where I read it in a small snippet, and I
Yeah,
cannot
but
verify that it was a credible source. I just remember reading it
Flags.
in some Cedar Fair news.
If Six Flags buys that, think of it. This is be the first time Six Flags would actually get foot.
I can see Six
I mean
Flags
that.
fighting for that.
Oh, they've been trying to buy more property. Six Flags. They've been as it is. Cedar Fair hasn't been buying much of anything. They've been closing roller coasters down, closing rides down that landmark status, just because they can't operate them. No, that's
Hmm.
actually really
I
not that scary news. I like that news right there. I mean,
actually
it's
It'd be
bad for
good.
Six Flags and Busch Gardens.
now this is just my opinion, and I'm no economist or anything, but I've been kind of watching Cedar Fair's stock and some things that have been going on with it. They were a few months ago at $60 a share. They have dropped to $20 a share, and it's starting to go back up. But they are talking about the fact that the company is actually more viable at $20 a share than it is at $60 a share. I'm
Really,
not
that's
sure.
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm not sure how they can do that. I don't know. Maybe maybe they split stock that they did not announce. But if you've set yourself up, and I mean, come on, they turned down $4.8 billion for the Cedar Fair company, which to me that's a bargain for the 11 theme parks they have. I mean, two theme parks that are in Ohio are iconic theme parks. You mention it anywhere in the U.S.,
Right.
everybody knows what Cedar Point is. I mean, they are turning
Yep.
150
Yep.
years old this year. They are the second oldest theme park in existence in the world. So
Right.
I think you could have either one of them step in and
So
buy at least the controlling shares of those. And I think
Six
either one of
Flags,
those companies would turn them into tremendous parks.
$12.54. $6.54 for Six Flags right now for their stock, which is not. It's not bad. I mean, it's low. It's lower than it has been. You know, in the past 6 months. I mean, their stock at one point was only a share, but I mean,
I think
realistically,
if
everybody's
one
shares
of
are
those
going down
companies,
right now.
oh yeah, 100%. I think if Six Flags or Cedar Fair buys them, they're going to because SeaWorld, they talk about like, hey, we're out saving the animals with, like the oil spills and whatnot. They're going to separate that
Right.
from the theme park. And so they'll have,
Right.
hey, this is our conservation efforts over here, and here's our theme park. And I think Even though I don't have a problem with SeaWorld, whatnot, I think it will bring their attendance back up if they split those two off.
Now, Dev, since you're in
Yeah.
the stream, you're really the guy to ask this because you're right there in the area.
So
If
I
you've
would
been
like
to
one of
Busch
them to buy.
Gardens
I would like
recently,
to see Six Flags to buy everything Six Flags owns, like DC. Exactly. Um,
true. I mean, they
I
could
would
do
love to
more
see
for
SeaWorld
it
with more coasters
from an IC standpoint. From an IC
Mhm.
standpoint, Six Flags would hands down make that a better area. But I
Yep.
have seen on a few vloggers over the years, people, and the only thing I've ever really seen of Busch Gardens is some videos, and it looks like a decent park. But I have heard that really Busch Gardens is kind of considered the armpit of theme parks in Florida. I don't know how true that is, but if that's true, a company like Six Flags,
Here, I've
hey,
got some deodorant for him.
you know, that's just what I hear. But I mean, it's not like they're not building stuff. So,
But
is
it's
that
funny
really
because then you go
true
to
or
Busch
not?
Gardens in Williamsburg up in really good.
It is.
Yeah, I would definitely like to hit that one up this year too.
It's like this is what somebody said, and I don't remember who it was. They said that they feel like Busch Gardens, feels like they don't have to do a whole lot in Tampa, Orlando, because they know that people are already going there because of Disney and Universal, and they're like, oh, well, it's a one-day
Exactly.
trip. They're gonna go. We don't have to put as much effort in because people are already gonna go.
But here's the thing too is I'm not going to go down to Busch Gardens because I'm going to Florida. I'm going to stay in the Orlando area. This is just
Yep.
me, okay? I'm not going
Oh,
to.
me too.
I'm already making a 6 to 8 hour drive from Atlanta down to Florida. Okay, that's a long drive. It's not that long enough where I don't want to get back in my car when I'm at Disney property, staying on Disney property, to drive another hour or so down. Was like an hour and a half, right? So
Depending on traffic.
I'm not driving that. I'm not even to go to Legoland. I'm not going down there. I'm staying.
Yeah, I think it's an
in
hour
that
drive to
area where-
Legoland from. Well, I don't think it's that far.
Yeah.
I guess it
Let me
depends.
look. I'll pull up MapQuest.
But I know that I've heard that it's not an easy drive. I mean, I heard it's all freeway, and maybe Dev can. Dev's about
Vouch.
to post something. I can't see it from my phone
But,
right now. I have to love
but you
StreamYards and
understand what I
things
mean?
will
It's
pop up.
as a guest coming down to Orlando area, I have 3 area. Have a good night, Dev. Thanks for
Dev,
coming
thank you
in.
for
We
stopping
appreciate
in.
it. Yo, thank you, Dev. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Like I'm saying, I'm not taking that drive when I have 3 theme parks in that area. I'm not even breaking down the Disney theme park. So you understand what I mean? There's need to do there. If I wanted something extra, I'm going to I-4. I'll go to Fun Spot right there.
I was getting ready to say there's Fun Spot, right? It's right across from the Walmart, isn't it? I think that's where the Fun Spot is.
47 minutes.
47
minutes.
So
Sorry, I had to take
I'm
my
going to say
inhaler
an
for the
hour.
night.
That's fine. An hour. 47 minutes. We're going to stay an hour because it depends on which resort you're staying at. What
Right.
the traffic is like coming off the Disney property. It could take you that 15 minutes to get off the Disney property, and to get onto the highway. You go,
and
maybe
it's
you
not
got to
like
get
you're at
gas
Disney
or
and
whatever,
have a dedicated
so
bus
it's going to
line.
take. So I'm not doing that. If I'm on vacation, I'm not driving an extra hour where I don't need to go.
Well, here's my thing.
Down there for me.
They do have a couple of interesting coasters, but my thing, it's not enough. Iron Gwazi
Not enough for me to
does
go.
not make me want to drive to the Panhandle to ride it.
No.
Now,
They're
if
interesting,
I was
but
given
not
tickets
thrilling.
for the day, I might do it, but I'm not going to pay to do it.
Even even then, I don't know. I don't know. Only way you might is for their Halloween event because it is supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
the only
videos
way
for
you
the
might get me
Busch
down.
Gardens. Yeah, I've seen videos for that one. And last year, last August, when like so much Halloween information was coming out, I did a video about the different Halloween events, like Disney and Legoland and Busch Gardens and Universal and Gatorland. And I happened to be filming it the day that Busch Gardens announced a couple of their mazes on Facebook, and I had to go back and refilm. And that, to this day, is one of my highest viewed videos because I put it out the day that some of that information was announced.
You know why it's your highest viewed video? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going
Sure.
to lie at all. It's Halloween. Anything
That too.
Halloween is going to get views. My Fright Fest videos from last year, oh man, I was like, come, keep coming. Any video that I put out from Fright Fest, I'm talking about 2,000-3,000 views, like easily, easy.
Yeah, I
I
cannot
did a
wait
video
till
about
Halloween
them putting one thing in the park. One thing in the park they put up. I made a video and I made a big thing, and that video like over 1,000 views because it was pre-set up for Halloween. You know, people go nuts for Halloween. And then my
100%.
Christmas video, nothing for Christmas.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
My
Danny,
vacation
your
videos from
videos are
Christmas have
great.
gotten nothing.
The videos you did this Christmas, I'll put them up there with some of your best stuff too. I mean, and we've talked about it ever since
From
you've
a
gotten
holiday
the
in
new
the park.
camera. Yeah,
Oh,
that your Six Flags
it's
Christmas
my
video.
lifesaver. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That
that's
new
like
camera
I'm really
saved my
loving.
life.
I'm really loving this new camera of mine. The only thing that I am not liking about it is it has no external mic port. Now I can put a wireless mic on it, and I can use editing software to line all my audio up. Which, you know what? If I go up
But
to
here's the
Cedar
thing.
Point,
Here's the thing. I don't want to do all that. You know what I mean?
well,
I don't
I
want to
don't
save
either.
those in audio up.
But
Do you know
know,
what,
I mean,
Tony? Do you
it's
know how I film my videos and do all my editing? This piece of equipment right
better
here.
than me.
Everything is done through this phone. I film on the phone.
For that.
I edit on the phone. I use it's called Video Maker. It's a free app. I have I paid $7 for an intro app just to take the little square out of the corner. I do everything right here. And then about a month ago, I invested in a mic that plugs into this phone jack, and it was like $8 on Amazon. And I like the video sound better because it's closer to me, to pick up sound. But I don't want to spend $700-800 on a heavy camera to haul around when this is going to be in my pocket anyway.
Let me go get my prize of joy. And I'm going to show you what I'm working with. And when I tell you the price of it, you're going to fall off your seat.
Well, if I fall off of my chair, I'm going to whack my head on the trash can, so.
One of these times I'm going to go to sit down in this chair and it's just going to fall through on me. Yeah, all together.
Did we leave and come back at the same time? That was crazy.
Yep.
Yes, you did. I'm a little freaked out, just FYI. That's kind of like My
Right
alarm
here.
went off
Okay.
at 7 o'clock this morning, and because right when I snoozed it, Mama Mouse called me, and I'm like, "How did you know I was still in bed and not wanting to get up?" She goes, "I have cameras in your house."
See, my camera right here fits perfectly right in the palm of my hand. It weighs probably about a pound and a half. It's Canon SX530. And I don't know if
Mhm.
you've seen the picture I put on Instagram, the moon photo I took. The zoom on it is absolutely tremendous. And then for anything I do with my camera, I've got my Osmo.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
see, I'll wind up using
I grabbed
my
I
phone.
grabbed my whole bag of tricks here. So you know how we have bulldog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bulldog vision is this. Bulldog
Your
vision.
internet's kind of blurry, Danny. Sorry.
Oh, that's because my camera's a little far away too. So is that?
Is it a GoPro?
It's a little Vivitar, isn't it?
It's a Vivitar. This is a $30
Okay.
Walmart camera. Okay.
I have one of those. I have one of those.
This is, if you watch my POV videos from Six
Mhm.
Flags and all that, Vivitar. So that goes
Really?
on the dog's back.
I love those.
Yeah.
You know, Dan,
I have a whole
Caitlin absolutely
kit also
loves those
that,
Bulldog Vision videos.
huh? People
Caitlin
love
and
those, and I know your daughters are like freaking out over them, right?
yeah, she loves her Leia's little ears flopping around when she's running around.
Good. I'm glad.
We got Shelly
I
here
am.
talking about her $7,000 camera.
Yeah, I know.
But I'll tell you what,
um,
those pictures are outlandishly
amazing.
awesome, though.
Those birds and everything. I'm just like, all right, shut up. I can't.
Go away.
In the nicest way,
We love
Shelly.
you, Shelly.
Sorry.
Yeah, in the nicest
Yeah, in the
way.
best way. We hate you.
Shut up in the best
So-
way possible, Shelly.
I'm gonna go in order on how we started with our cameras. So this thing does great video, great pic, but not great video. This is the Canon Coolpix B500. It had a flip down screen to it, which is good for photos. So that's all it does. But I mean, we had it. We started with it, and then we upgraded it to.
See,
Yeah.
that's an upgrade.
This
Isn't-
was an audio was so much better, and the mic on the Nikon was horrible. But the only thing, like, I can't say the audio was better. My biggest thing was audio at the time. Was I can't hear, and that was driving me nuts. If I can't hear, you guys can't hear. You know.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's light as all heck. It had the tripod attachment on it, so I was like, all right, this. Watch my Disney videos from last year. This is the camera we used down in Disney. It sucks in low light. So any ride that we went on, I couldn't use the video footage like my thing, and I was so mad for that. That's why we went out and got this. This is my prize and joy. This is just a regular Canon camcorder. So screen opens, but I can do that. And it doesn't have a lens cap, but it has a slide to open and close for the lens. But I
Okay.
attach lenses onto this. So that was another selling point for me. And it has a mic input on the side there.
Okay.
So
How does it do with low light?
yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Tony, how did it do in low light?
It did really well. It did really well in low light. I think
Do
if
you
you
have to adjust it, or did it automatically auto
No.
adjust?
It has auto adjust on it. See, that's the thing is, remember, when I went out, I was saying to myself, okay, I don't want a camera for pictures because I have 2 cameras that do awesome pictures right now. I have video. What's going to do that? I'm like, duh, a video camera. A video camera is going to give me more options and better video than it is picture. I can take pictures on this. There's a button to take pictures. The pictures are horrible on this thing. But the
Because
video
it's not made for
has
photos.
so exactly. So there's settings on. I can do automatic. I can do like where puts the colors to be like enhanced, or I can do custom settings on it. They have the black and white, that other one too. But I keep it on auto and have no problem. And
Shelly's got herself a live cam.
There we go. There we go. But this camera too, they
How much
also
was
has a
it?
gyro in it. $200.
You're kidding me. My phone costs more than
Best-
that.
From Best Buy, you go to $200.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I was trying to find something in that same range. My camera cost me $249. Then the accessories I bought for it was, I
And
bought
you
2
see the
extra
size of
batteries
it.
for it.
It's
Yeah,
smaller than your
not very
hand.
big. Yep.
Exactly.
What kind of
Jess holds
what
this
kind
in
of
her
SD
small
card are you
hands.
having to use?
Just regular SD cards.
Like what megapixel storage, I guess, wise do you put in it?
For the memory card?
Yeah.
That's all I use. I use a 60.
That's what I was wondering. If you use the 64, the 80, or whatever it was.
No, I use a 64, and the 64
That's
gives
really
me
impressive.
probably 2 hours. And well, it gives me about an hour of film or so, but that's for what I'm doing, that's fine. And the camera or battery life on it, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter because I can do that and put another battery in.
Did you buy extra batteries for
Which
it when you?
I haven't got other. Yeah. That's
How much are the batteries?
Right there. They're not. I haven't actually got an extra battery yet, but I saw them on Amazon that come with a rapid charger for about like $30.
Well, that's not bad at all then.
And that's a double battery pack, a double battery with the rapid charger.
Yeah, when I was.
Shelly says, I like camera show and tell.
Exactly.
When I
I
was.
think we all do.
When I bought this.
Well, and I think because we all use
In the same.
different cameras, and I'm so impressed with all the results that we have because just because I'm videoing from my phone, I have the same type of quality that you do with that camcorder.
Right.
Granted, I had, I can fit a little bit more space-wise on my phone than you can, but when Sam and I bought my phone, we bought it with the sole purpose of this is what I was using for my vlogging as well, and we bought the 128 gig storage, I think.
Right, but at the same time, is if I run out of space, throw another card in, so it's really not that big of an issue for me. And I have a couple SD. All my cameras have an SD card, so I can take an SD card out of a camera and throw it into that one, and and keep going.
Yep.
So.
Right. Yeah, 128 gigabyte storage on my phone. I couldn't remember if it was 128 or less. But yeah, 128.
Yeah, the day I bought this, I was
Shelly has 6 extras. I'm not at that point yet.
Shelly's
I'm about
prepared.
to probably be getting more. Oh yeah, she is. She is. I'm sure
It's like when I
gigabyte.
yeah. Yeah, when I bought the camera, I wanted batteries for it. I went right on Amazon. I found this little thing. Came with 2 batteries and a little
Yep.
quick charger. So I mean, I've got 3
Yep.
batteries for mine now, and I mean, you think about it. The reason why I bought the extra batteries is, well, first of all, I'm still holding out slim hope that June is going to happen. So it'd be nice to have the
You
extra
bought the extra
batteries.
batteries because look at you when I said, "What are you going to do when you get to the theme park and you only have 1 battery on that camera because it's going to
Yep.
suck it up." That's
Yep.
why.
And I found this. What did I say? I think 16.99. I think 2 batteries
Yeah,
and the
something like
charger.
that. It was something
Not
ridiculous
bad.
because I almost hit the ground when I heard that. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, if I bought a battery from Canon, it was going to be like $39.99, and I was like, and these ones here are actually 1800 mAh, where the ones that come with it are 1440. So I've actually got larger capacity with the 2 batteries I bought. Now, will they hold up like the original battery will? And if I ever need to replace them, I don't have to buy the
You
charger.
can't go wrong with it. You
And
learn what it
I've
does.
sometimes found those off-brand batteries sometimes hold a better charge than the battery that comes with your camera.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I'm hoping for.
Just use those batteries. Take the camera and run the camera down and see how long it goes, and then run it down again with the actual battery, the name brand battery.
Mhm.
Well, after Thursday, if this doctor can get me up and walking around, you'll start seeing some videos coming out, especially here in the
Good.
kitchen. My son's really wanting to do some more cooking videos.
Those are
He's
great though.
he's
That's awesome.
you know that
I've got some videos like that coming up myself.
when he did the hot sauce video with me, he wanted so bad to do it, but it was a beautiful day out, and I mean, we had just ran through a stretch of horrible weather, and
Yeah.
um, well, and I says, you come in and you do the parts you want, and then we'll go from there. But he's like, I want to do some baking, and I want you to film it, and this and that. And I says, we'll do whatever you want, buddy.
Shelly
I'm
said
I
you
saw
doing
this
some
trailer.
paranormal yeah. That
Yeah,
is fun.
No, that's
And
Danny.
then
That's Danny and his dolls.
Danny is actually probably going to start trying to get into a little of that too. Like we're not trying to sit here and do nothing. Like we're trying to get into everything. The world is our
And
playground.
I don't know if I ever told you.
I am super sad that I am not going to get to go in June either. My doctors, and when I came down with this respiratory, I have had this cough for 33 days now.
Well, see, and that's cool. I've taken the Tamiflu. I'm 7 days out, and I've still got this cough. And a
And
lot of it for me is the sinus drainage.
I have asthma, and the upper respiratory virus, they were very worried with that it was going to turn into pneumonia because my
Yeah.
lungs are weak enough that I can't cough the stuff up that was causing the respiratory infection. I finally got past it, and they said for a regular person like Danny, who doesn't have upper respiratory problems that I'm assuming, it can take a month for the cough to go away. For someone like me who has
Mm-hmm.
asthma, it can take up to 3.
Exactly.
And she's like, I highly recommend that you do not go in April and that you do not go in June, especially with all of this stuff going on.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I had already talked to John because Tony and I both work for the same travel agency. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. My doctor says I can't, I shouldn't. And so I'm not even going. And which when I was
At
planning
this
my
point, none of you
videos,
might be going, honestly.
right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm not holding out hope.
I have enough videos from vacation because when I was planning my videos, I said, okay, I'm going to have
Yeah.
the video from the day, and then if we dine somewhere, I'm making those into separate videos. Because when I was looking up like Wave of American Flavors or um, the Grand Floridian Cafe, there's like if you watch if it's in this video, but it's like a 30-second snippet, and here's what we ate, and there's nothing about it. I'm like, that's not helpful. And so I wanted it to be helpful, especially, excuse me, being able to say, hey, you're wanting information on um, restaurants to potential clients. Here, go check out my YouTube channel, and here's all my dining reviews. And all my
Right.
videos put me up to July 18th from vacation. My potential next date is
You're better than me because you worked all that out, huh?
I do. I have it written in my note. I have it in my notebook. And
And if you don't know,
see,
Lena is a planner.
Well, here's my thing: is if I go, my
Danny, here's
video
my week.
has to get out. That hurts my head. I don't want to see it. It hurts my head. Me, I wake up, put clothes on, if I'm lucky, and go to work. I mean,
The public's
I
lucky
roll
you
out
put
of
on your
bed
clothes
and
too.
yeah, well, I'm not. I'd rather
Well,
not, but you know.
I'm trying to figure out what videos to do from July 21st through the end of September, because September 1st to the 18th is my next potential trip, depending on what goes
Right,
on. The
right,
1st through the 15th will be at Disney, and the 15th through the 18th will be at Universal for horror nights. And I'm sitting here
right.
going, okay, what can I do to
Oh
keep
God,
doing
I hated horror
vacation
nights.
themed videos between I wouldn't be going other than it's 30 Years of Fear.
Lena, let me
I
ask you a
went
question.
for
Did you ever
Sure.
get an answer
2010.
from Universal as to whether or not you needed a CLIA and IATA card to use those 3 days?
The tickets, no,
Yeah.
you do not need.
Okay.
For the tickets, no. For the room discounts, yes.
Okay. I know that you had
The,
asked the question in our
I did,
Facebook page.
and if you search that in that group, there's a whole like somebody actually has a screenshot from Universal on it.
Okay.
So yeah, to use those tickets, you do not. But if you want a room discount, you have to have the CLIATA or the IATA
And
to get
you
that.
have 365 days to use those tickets, correct?
You have to message them. You go into Universal Partners under Partner Perks,
Yep.
and you will select your tickets, and
Okay.
you have to give them at least 2 weeks notice, and
Okay.
you pick them up at will call, and you have 7 days to use them.
Okay. So it's not like
But yes, you have from January to December to use the tickets for that year. But when
okay.
you pick them up, you have 7 days to use them.
Okay. Because knowing that may not make not going in June a big deal. Because I need to call. I booked all my stuff through Vax for Southwest
Mm-hmm.
Vacations. Now,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, I booked my tickets 3 weeks before all this stuff happened. Well, our return flight was like $254 a ticket coming home and Southwest was the cheapest. Now our return flight's $97 and our
Then you need
flight
to get
down.
that credit back.
Yep. I need to get that and I'm kind of weighing right now if I just go ahead and cancel or if
What are you
I
talking about,
just get the
Shelly?
credit.
I'm glad I'm in a low density population away from the crazy or a burrito.
Oh my
I will
God.
take all three.
My
I like
schedule makes more sense than that. I'm sorry.
I'm a huge fan of all three. Mainly chimichangas, but shredded beef, thank you.
I'll take the shredded chicken
Back to your
if
schedule.
you're taking
You're
orders.
nuts, girl. You are nuts with that YouTube schedule. Like, this is how we operate. If I do a video today, it needs to get up right away because by the time I do the
You
next
only
one, that's
film one video a day?
old news.
You only
Yeah.
film one video a day? I film
Yeah.
up to 6. 6. I film up to 6 videos in one
So
day.
for doing Disney. When I was at Disney, I broke it up into a couple different videos.
Actually, all of my Disney videos are filmed. I'm filming 6 crafting videos a day.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, but if I was
I don't
doing
even
thing
think
at
Shelly
home
knows what she's
too,
talking about.
we have done multiple videos in a day.
Well, she's from Michigan.
So
We just got to kind of let it go. Michigan people.
Yeah, we have done multiple videos in a day. Like Jess's cooking videos, it was done with a live stream night, or stuff like that. So
Right.
say that we haven't done it, but realistically, it's when a video is made is filmed, I edit it real
Hang on,
quick.
guys.
And get
Excuse alert.
back.
Excuse alert. Excuse alert.
But I think when I'm
Oh
out
my
of
gosh.
videos for vacation, I think what I'm going to start doing
Yeah.
is I'm going to do like my top 5 rides at Magic Kingdom, my top 5 rides at Universal, my top 5 rides at Epcot, my top 5 rides, and kind of try to keep
Right. But
things going that way
for
through
you,
at least the end of
for you that
September.
works. For you that works
But
because
for
you have
you,
the
it
travel
doesn't.
thing. For some,
Yep.
it's not because it's going to be beating the stick over and over again. Like I'm trying to go through my old Disney videos now to see and the most I can do right now is character interactions with my sister, or just my sister's reactions to different things too. And that's the most I can see to pull out.
And that
Like,
could be like throw my sister reacts, and like that could be like a whole video like once a week, on Mondays. And on Thursdays with the whole throwback Thursday thing, you could say, you could start a series and say, hey, look, these are videos from when my sister and I went to the parks in 1994. I hope you enjoy these throwback videos to Disney, and post those
I
on
don't have
Thursdays.
videos for that, but the other thing is that she lives in New York and I'm in Georgia, so I get what I have
Although
on the
I
computer
will
right now is
say
all
one
I
thing,
have.
Danny.
So
If you have character interaction videos with your sister,
I do.
I'm not trying to say capitalize on them because that's the wrong word, but that's a gold mine.
I know what you're saying.
Because
I know. That's why I was thinking.
They really are.
Don't worry. Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
those certain tags that I can put
especially-
in there. Certain tag words that I can put into there, and certain community, I do. I get what you're saying.
If you go back and watch your video when she met Ariel, that just that part was probably the greatest part of all the videos you did.
And you know
because
what?
she
I
was
never
enamored
tagged any of that in there. I never.
Yeah.
And I probably should go back and change some of those tags.
Yep. Yeah, I absolutely would. Lena, have you ever seen any of those with his sister?
I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't.
It's
hard enough to keep up with everyone's videos currently on top of filming and daily live streaming at least twice a day now. I'm trying to get some
I met Lena well after my Disney trip.
That's
I met
true.
up with Lena. So,
but if you're looking for something fun to watch one day in between your live streams, go back to Danny's Disney trip.
it has his own playlist.
Okay.
And I'm sure Danny doesn't have a problem with me saying this. She's MR.
No.
So
just Down syndrome.
So when you watch those, it's almost like seeing someone take their 3-year-old for the first time, only through an MR child or an MR adult's eyes. And there's so many times where because I've got experience in my life with an ex-wife who had an MR brother, and some MR in my life, that I literally there were times
I'm not even going to touch that, Tony.
That's all right. You can touch that. I mean, I don't care. I threw myself under the bus on that, but it
I'm paying attention to my phone. I'm not going there.
but it genuinely brought a tear of happiness to my eyes to watch her
Yeah.
do this. And to hear Danny and Jess go through this with her, because
Right.
I've gotten to know Danny and Jess pretty well over the last year, and
Yeah.
knowing the type of people they are, they were kind of out of character a little bit. They're always very upbeat, and they laugh a lot, and they have a good time. And to hear them just kind of take a step back and allow her to have that moment was so much fun to watch.
I mean, I'm the brother that, would take her to those, crazy rides and
Right.
things like that. Because,
Right.
whatever. I'll be the one standing around the hell out of her as she came around the corner with some Halloween mask on, things like that. So, like, we would take her to these
Right.
places just because if I'm having fun, you're going to have fun. Let's go get on this, So,
And see, Danny,
she wanted to get on Rock and Roller Coaster. We put her on Rock and Roller Coaster. Let's go.
you remind me a lot of Howard and how Howard was, and how, like, if he hadn't gotten into alcohol and hadn't gotten into drugs in the military, you are what my brother would be today. You remind me a lot of him.
Smile, Lena.
You do. I am. Man, sorry.
That's awesome.
And I have something in my possession, Danny, that you would really like to have.
Oh,
I think
yeah?
I know what it is, if I'm not mistaken.
I have original D&D books.
Do you really? That is
They
awesome.
were salvaged. They were salvaged from the fire. And
That is awesome.
I have them in my possession.
That is awesome.
They are
That
still
is so
they are
cool.
still they are still airing out in the garage. Because I'm still coughing, we aren't wanting to bring them in quite yet. But I have a spot for them on my shelf. But I
Awesome.
have all of Howard's D&D books.
That is awesome.
And I was like, Danny would want to get his hands on those.
Yeah.
Danny would be like a little kid at Christmas.
And there was
Like,
they even found some of Howard's sketches for the game and stuff, and some of the things. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see. Yeah, and his character plot sheets and stuff.
Yeah.
So some of that stuff I'm gonna put into like a binder. My older brother Mike went, Dad, I want the D&D books if they were salvaged. And Dad goes, sorry, you didn't speak soon enough. Your sister already claimed those. And he goes, she doesn't know how to play D&D. She doesn't like D&D. And he goes, Mike, you don't understand. Lena and Howard had made plans for him to teach her how to play D&D at Christmas. And we lost him the week after Thanksgiving. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We didn't get to do that. But I'm like, nope, these are mine. Back off. I said, you may be my big brother, but I will hurt you.
Yeah, that all happened
That's
about
awesome.
the time I kind of I started to get to know you, because I remember you were still kind of new in the community and kind of coming up.
Yeah.
I remember talking to you when all that happened.
Fairly new. I started videoing towards the end of July. And then
cool
I really kind of got
D&D, you can actually live stream like we are now, and you can actually play the game.
See, I don't even know how to play yet. I would be holding everybody back.
Because honestly, I'm really, really, really from it, and I would probably just start from the beginning. And so, Like
I would
Jess and I
probably
were
just sit
talking
here and
about
call
something
everybody
like
Elf
that for
Lord.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
sit here and I would
you're
drink my
more
chocolate stout.
you're more like the elf. It's all right.
Well, that's okay. Elves like chocolate stout, don't they?
This is true.
No, I prefer Crown and Coke.
Oh, oh. I mean, if you're going to drink, I mean, at least do Jameson. I mean, come on.
Well, true, very true. But Crown and Coke was Howard's drink, and so I have my Crown and Coke on hand for Howard.
Gotcha.
I'm still dealing with it a little bit. I still have my moments.
There you
But
go.
yeah, I started getting involved in the Disney community right around the time that they did the Beverly Challenge. And then I had called my parents that day because Mom had some Christmas stuff shipped to my house. And I called her and I said, "Hey Mom, the Christmas stuff's at the house and you can come pick it up whenever." She's like, "Okay, we're gonna be coming by in a little bit anyway." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "What's?" And then they just walk in and my dad's in tears. And I'm like, "What's
Yeah.
going on?" And they're like, "Howard died in a fire." And I lost it. I had a seizure. It was in the middle of a Pepper Tree Villa daily dose of Disney. And I'm like, "I've got to go. My
Oh,
brother
wow.
just died." And that was all that I posted. And I was like flooded
Yeah.
with inbox messages like, "Lena, how can we help you? What can we do for you?" And Shep from the Shep family and Steve from Steve's World have kind of stepped in, even though they're not that much older than I am. And they've actually kind of stepped into that big brother role that, is gone. And they check on me a lot and how are you doing? And, even if it's just like once in a while they'll send messages, "Hey Lena, you got up today, you're doing okay and it's still okay to be sad and it's still okay to grieve."
Yeah.
So, and my brother collected dragons. And my dad was cleaning
Okay.
up stuff from the fire and found and the wings were broken, and I need to
Mm-hmm.
fix it because one of the wings broke again. But it's a dragon with a little girl with dark brown hair petting the dragon. And I'm like, he bought that because that's him and me. I guarantee that. That's
Right.
why he bought that one.
Right.
And so it's sitting on my bookcase, and I talked to it, and I will tell you, I cried so much on vacation because everything I looked at, because it was only just a few weeks.
Right.
We're like, "What do we
Right.
do? Do I still go on this trip?" And Mom and Dad are like, "You need to go. You have to go. You
Uh-huh.
need to get
That's the
away."
best thing. That was the
And like
best thing.
we walked into Howard was really into Star Wars, and we walked into Galaxy's Edge, and I'm just a bawling mess. We went to
Well, I
we were
was
with
too, but
Dizzar
for other
Dream.
reasons.
See, I can honestly care less about Star Wars. I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
not that into it. But then we went to the Frozen sing along because we were trying to kill time waiting on Rise of the Resistance, and it was a
Mm-hmm.
holiday tag talking about how family traditions and siblings are so important. And I'm sitting in the auditorium bawling.
Yeah.
And Angela from Dizzar Dreams has got me on one side, and Sam's kind of got me on the other. And her Abby's kind of looking around, going, "Mom, what's wrong with Lena?" And she's like, "Remember her brother?" And I was like, "Oh." And the lady behind us goes, "What happened to her brother?" And Sam's like, he passed away in a house fire like 2 weeks ago. So like, it's over, and I'm trying to see, and
Yeah.
you guys don't understand this, but I've got mascara and eyeliner in my eyes because I'm crying, and I can't do anything about it. And all these
Right.
people like around are like giving me hugs, and like one lady hands me a tissue and she's like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Thank you." I'm like, I feel like such a moron.
But that's nice that just
Speaking
random
of
people
Beverly,
came up and that was the best thing Jess sent
I've
me that I
seen
put up.
that. I have seen that.
I put that up
I
on
sent
Twitter
that
the
to my
other
wife.
day.
I sent that to my
Yeah.
wife while she was at work the other night. She had
Mm-hmm.
she was dealing with a COVID patient, and she's
Yeah.
like, She's like, I am dressed from head to toe in all this garb. She's like, it's hot in here. And I had literally just gotten this from a friend of mine, and I just sent it to her. And she's like, you have no idea. She said, I've got this plastic apron on. I've got a face shield, an
Yep.
N95 mask on, goggles. She goes, I've got double gloves on. She goes, and I no longer take this stuff off to go out and catch a breath of air. And this man hits the call light on me. And she goes, I've got to put everything back on and go back in just to find out that he didn't need anything. He bumped it on accident. And I'm like, ah.
Yep.
Well, here's one for you. She got to work last night, and I get a text from her. She goes, someone broke into my locker and took my N95 mask. I go, are you effing kidding me? And here's the other thing. And, you know, I know you guys have seen this all over the shortage of stuff. They are
Yeah.
literally trying
Yeah.
to sanitize N95 masks.
Yeah, with Lysol.
They are.
With Lysol.
And she's like,
Yeah.
here I am. I've got people. Now we're a small community, and we've only got a handful of known cases, and they have not
Yeah.
had anybody that they've treated like ventilator wise in our hospital. But she's like, I'm coming home to you guys and the kids, and she goes,
Yeah.
and they're telling me I got to share a mask, and I'm like, are you
All I
kidding
know
me?
is I got out of work in EMS at the right time. That's all I know.
Yes, you did.
So, Tony, answer me this. All like Joann's and stuff, people are making cloth masks, like cloth face masks. Do they do anything? Or is it just busy work for people?
A little bit of both. I mean, according to everything
If
that
they
I
put the
read, and
cotton inside of it, like they put the filter inside of it, then yes. But the mask itself, because their stuff can still come through. You can still breathe it in through.
stuff,
But
it's
what
it's
I
still an
read-
extra
keep from
barrier.
spreading it. It's more to help keep from spreading it than it is from you getting
Yeah.
it in. If you have some sort of upper respiratory, and
They're studying that now.
It's
They're
best to have them.
starting to say otherwise now. You're getting mixed
Because I
things
read
now on that one.
one hospital is like they have the N95 masks and they're putting the cloth masks over them so that they can keep using the other masks longer.
Yeah. Battelle, which
That
is
I can understand. That makes sense. I understand.
Battelle Drug Manufacturers, which is based here in Ohio, actually just got FDA approval for a UV light system to actually sanitize N95 masks, and they can do up to
That's great.
120,000 a day. So
That's
what
awesome.
they'll be doing is basically
Well-
they'll be circulating these through the hospitals.
Did you hear that
Shelly, it
big-
is, but it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, just like the flu is really not airborne either, but there are particles
Unless you cough.
within the respiratory droplets when you cough or
Yeah.
when you sneeze. That's the reason for the 6 foot of distance. I mean, because they say that a cough or a sneeze can travel up to 4 feet before it starts to drop due to gravity. So
Right.
you're giving yourself a 2 foot barrier between you and the distance. I mean, now I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever heard me really sneeze, I could infect somebody on the other side of the room. I mean, because I sneeze hard, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just best to stay away from everybody right now, or just burn them with fire. I mean,
They're
someone
actually
comes up on
saying,
my
like,
porch.
use a bandana. They're saying a scarf,
Yeah,
a bandana. So
I mean, anything is better than nothing.
I'm just gonna. This is good because I always wanted to walk around looking like I was gonna rob a train.
Yeah, I mean,
My perfect time to do this, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. They're gonna be like, my job's gonna be like, what are you doing? I'm protecting myself. But I'm really gonna rob that train coming. I'm robbing.
just say if a train comes through for an oil change, you're ready to go.
It's mine. Yep.
I can just see a video of this coming up for Danny's channel. He's gonna try to hold up Jess for cookies or
Thank
something
you.
with a bandana.
Danny's gonna be wearing a fedora like he's from the 1920s with a bandana around his face.
Oh, there's gonna be multiple ones. He's gonna do the mafia. He's gonna do like cowboys and Indians. He's gonna play. I don't know. He's gonna be like
Welcome back, Noah.
an Indian. It's gonna be a series of him holding up Jess for cookies. I see this whole series play out, and he's sitting here going, "I had not thought of this. Jess is gonna kill Lena."
Holding up Jess for Lotso burgers and
I'm not going to say anybody's name. It's okay. Because I needed video ideas because I can't even go to the hiking trails anymore around here. So
You can't.
see, they shut them down. They put my county on full lockdown basically, except for me
The
because I'm an
state of the
essential
whole
worker.
Sam is too. See,
Everybody
here's the
is all
thing.
of a sudden.
Yeah, everyone is essential. Nothing's changed.
Did
because
his company give him his letter?
he had his letter last week, and the governor of Kansas on Saturday said at midnight Monday. So yesterday at Monday morning at midnight, the whole state was going on this shutdown because she's like, the counties aren't doing it on their own fast enough. So I'm going to do it for you. Well, then half the people are, when I was at Joann's on Saturday, I was picking up a whole bunch of craft stuff to keep me occupied.
Mm-hmm.
The lady's like, "Oh yeah, I have a letter. Our Joann's is staying open. I'm an essential I'm an essential employee because people have to have." What was it? The letter was something about craft supplies for schooling or something, and I'm like, "Give me a break."
But schools aren't open.
every company is looking for a
That's cool.
loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they found a loophole, and that's the thing.
Like, look, am I? Do I work
You
for
are
a company
essential.
that? Right, but realistically, the company I work for, which I'm not going to say where I work for,
You're fine, obviously.
We only reason why we're essential is because we have a contract. The police vehicles and the Georgia DOT and Homeland Security and this and that, but you name, and that's why we're considered essential. I've never touched one of these vehicles since I've been at this location.
And you probably won't.
Sorry.
But see, Sam is considered essential because they build truck and tractor trailer beds for like farming and stuff. But then they also
because we need a way to get stuff around the country,
And but they also do the flatbeds for like not the fire trucks themselves, but like the secondary truck that has like the flatbed that's on it.
Yeah, the hose trucks. The hose trucks.
Yeah. And then Ford and GMC buy them for their off the lot flatbed trucks. So if you see any of those, but my husband's probably painted those because they send lots of them up to Ford and GMC. But right now those have kind of stalled because they're making like defibrillators and all that kind of stuff. But they've still got, right now they are behind 6 to 8 weeks for like farming stuff. And it's like the farming still has to happen because I'm sorry, I'm a big girl and I like to eat. So
I hear that's a whole nother issue coming up this year too, is the farmers aren't going to be able to have enough farm now because they can't employ them to plant stuff and all this other stuff. So it's going to be lack of corn this year.
I will tell you, Danny, they're already talking about it. We live in a very agricultural area. They're already talking about it.
I couldn't have went and bought everything that I bought for that video that I made any better of a time than what I did.
At a perfect time. Oh, Tony, I say that all the time to you, brother. And
I got excited because I found a can of baking powder today. I cannot find yeast. I could I could sell everything in my house and still not be able to find yeast. But I found baking powder, and I found a bread recipe that does not require yeast. It calls for baking powder.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Good luck
I'm
with that because I have tried some of those and they are horrible. But
you
if
have
it
to
works
mix a
for you,
little
let me
bit
know.
of beer in with them.
I'm not wasting my beer on bread. My kids can eat their bologna without bread, as far as I'm concerned. No, actually, you want to hear a great story talking about yeast. Years ago, I wanted to start making bread at
Whoa,
home.
calm down, Tony. I don't want. Oh, come on, Tony. Not now.
No,
It is
this
11
is
o'clock, so it's fine. Go ahead.
my wife. God bless her, but I am the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker in this house.
I'm the judge,
And
jury, and executioner. It's okay.
yep. And I said, I need you to
Hence
pick.
my tile thing.
I said,
If
I
you really think I'm
need
the judge, jury, and executioner
yeast.
in this house, yeah, you got to be one thing coming.
I was
We
going to say
know who
he
that
falls
is.
in somewhere between the cats and the sugar gliders,
I'm
and I'm
more
weighing
like,
that they might rule over him too. But
yeah,
anyways,
they
I
do.
asked my wife. I said, I need yeast packets. So she was with a friend at Sam's Club. This is probably 2 years ago, and she comes home with this yeast, right? And I mean, it's Sam's Club. These blocks must
She
have
had a lot
been
of
as
yeast.
big as my head, but
That's
they
why
are
I'm
full
laughing. Like, what
blocks.
do you do with all this yeast?
They're not packets. Once you
The
open it,
blocks.
Lena, you know, once you open yeast, you only have so long to use it. I've still got them sealed up because I'm afraid to open them because nobody makes this much bread.
You can actually prolong the life of it by keeping it in the refrigerator. Um, put it. You need to go to
See that? Okay.
Orscheln's.
That's Shelly's
I was thinking
Jason's
about opening it
central
up
manager's
and making
watershed.
individual vacuum sealed packets of it, and then
That
putting
would
it.
work.
You should.
That would work too. That would work too. But you can also go to like Orscheln's or Tractor Supply Company. They have half-gallon quart-sized jars, and you can actually fill those and put it in your refrigerator. But your way would work too.
I'm
But I
all
would
I'm saying
recommend.
is I don't fit well into the Tractor Supply Company stores. Not. That's all I'm saying.
They might be waiting for you to whip out the bandana. At the no, love you to death,
I'm going
Danny.
to
But
start.
yeah,
See, here's what this is what I was thinking was I'm just gonna start walking around everywhere. I'm just gonna walk into like Walmart with this bandana on because I can now. What are you gonna say?
Yep.
Tell me, take that
okay.
off? No, I'm not.
Funny
Put your
story.
hood up down to your eyebrows and have it right up to here, where all they see is your eyes. Just walk around with your hands in your
With
They're
the
pocket.
gonna
point,
fall
it has gotta
apart
have the point.
on the Unabomber.
They'd be like
Just your hands in your pockets,
some,
like protruding forward just a
some
little bit.
some outlaw just walked into the store. Help us. Hey, I am wearing the right shirt tonight, Tony.
Yeah. You get the renegade shirt on.
I mean,
You crack
exactly. I
me
mean,
up.
come on.
I was getting ready to go to boot camp. He went ahead and they shaved his head at work. And we had all been told, and so like he's just bald. He looked completely different. And they had warned us. I worked at Dillard's at the time, that there was this guy
Yeah.
who had been robbing stores in town. This really tall, bald guy.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm waiting for Sam outside of Dillard's, and this
Yeah.
bald guy he gets up off the planter and starts walking towards me. And I'm kind of in the corner by the front of the store where I couldn't back up anymore. And I hear, "Honey, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "What happened to you?" And I'm like, "You're gonna terrify everybody in this mall." Because this was like maybe like a week before he left. For the next week, like
Right.
people were calling security on him because they thought he was the guy coming in to rob the store.
Oh wow. Wow. That
It got
that
entertaining
is
for
funny.
me, at least.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's funny.
Hey, Danny, I'm already planning out like the video sequence for the September trip and writing it down. So
You haven't
Maybe you
even
can make out a
filmed
planning
anything
sequence for
yet.
Dan.
no, but I want to know what days they correspond to.
Oh my, in my head.
On that
Okay,
note,
I can't.
uh,
You should see. I would probably drive you nuts with me walking Six Flags with me filming something like I like just with the camera. You probably drive you nuts because we go in with no rhyme or reason and we just get what we get.
that hurts my head.
see,
But
that'll be me at Cedar
that's
Point too,
what.
because it's just
That
what you
hurts
Yeah,
my
get,
but
head.
that's what our channel is. That's this.
And that's true. Yours is
So
different.
it's what our channel
It does. It
is. You
works
know.
for you.
Yeah, like we're not there to say, oh, okay, well this is here, and you know, like that's not what we do. It's you along on a fun adventure. That's all we're doing. And it happens
Right.
to be at Six Flags most of the time, but you know,
Well,
why not?
and you guys have already you're
Social
media for
he
that.
said. Yeah, we are.
100%
We
it
are.
was.
We are because you know what it is too. Is when I first went up to the park manager of the park, he was like, "Oh, look, it's one of the two real geeks. Where's the other one? Where's your wife?" I was like, "You know who I am?" He's like, "Yeah." Hey, you're Danny. Where's Jess? I was like, okay. I'm like, let's back up here. He's like, yeah, I love what you guys do. He was like, you know, just do and how you portray the park in a positive light. And it's like, okay, cool. You know, like I'm not looking to do anything negative. I'm looking to show
That's
them.
so cool. And now
Yes,
you're
Shelly, we are
media
doing
for
Game Night
that.
tomorrow. Exactly,
that, and
because we're not.
it's the angle of the videos you guys take.
Mhm.
You take like the perfect angle of the trees, and take beautiful video of the park. That
I
always
don't
works
even
out.
think about the angles, honestly. I just do it.
It would
Like,
be interesting, and if you're looking for a video idea, like what you do as media for Six Flags, like what here's what is it like. I don't know what you can if you had to sign a contract or whatnot, but like saying this is
no.
what because there's I think and I think it happens for Disney and Universal, Six Flags, whatever. There's this preconceived
Yeah.
notion of what media is and what media does and doesn't do, what they receive and don't receive. And I mean, I know a lot of people ascertain to be media. Like, so many people are like, I want my YouTube channel to grow because I want to be Disney media. I want to grow my channel because I want to be Universal media or Six Flags media or something.
Well,
You literally just fell into it. But so many people are like
no, it was
pushing
a
for
lot.
that.
I pushed for it. I'm not gonna lie. I pushed for it. We pushed silently though. We pushed in good ways. We found the right connections to do it though.
That's the thing, though.
But
You had the right connections.
yeah, but
But you're doing it,
right. We
and you're doing it under 2K. You had less than 2,000 subscribers, and you are media
oh yeah,
for Six Parks.
we were under
And
1,000. We were under 1,000 when we first got it.
Yeah,
and
just under 1,000 when that all happened.
Yeah,
and there is a
and then
channel that inside the Disney community that's
yeah.
over 80K that still cannot get hired on as Disney media.
Let me explain media to you
And
though.
so, yeah,
It's going to be the same, and no matter what park you go to, it's going to be the same. So theme park media, all it get invited to special events, media events. Okay, all that means is they want you to basically be their free advertisement.
Yep.
This new stuff out. Yes, you're getting to see this stuff first because you're there because for the media event. That's a perk of it. Okay, that's it. That's all it is
right.
really. First media event we did was for Holiday in the Park, for the opening of Holiday in the Park this year. Well, last year. Okay, we went. They gave us passes. I still have to pay for my membership pass, okay? Everybody thinks, oh, once you're media, you don't pay for this stuff. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I still got to pay for my lunch. I still got to pay everything I get in the park. I got to pay for everything, okay? I don't mind it.
And you have to be very clear in your videos, right? What you're paying for and what you're not, right?
Not really. I mean, like we went and for our media one, they just showcase the park for us. Just make a video. So all the extra they gave me was they would give me an access to up to 6 people. I didn't know how it worked but so I was just like, oh, it's just me and Jess. So I just said it was 2 people. Next time I have 6 people, because they gave me meal passes for everybody that would have been in my party. So I would have had 6 meals that I could have used to review all the different foods on top of my own meal plan that I had coming into the park for my own pass. So that was, little learning. You learn things. That's all. It was my first time too, so whatever. But now I'm learning. Give them the max. Take the max. I mean, I'm giving enough to them, so they appreciate what we do. So I'm gonna take what I can. But I'm paying for my own food. The only time I get little perks is when they say, hey, can you come and help us out with this and showcase this? I have people when I walk around the park or upper park management and say, well, I get one of these for them. Hey, how are you? Hey, what's going on? How are you today, Dale? How are you, Jess? That's it, really. Like, you're helping them. They're not helping you. Be on media is more work on your channel. So if you're looking to have fun at the park, keep doing what you're doing. Even though you have 80K or whatever, and you're not on that media pass, you're maybe missing out on that free opening night of like Villains or something, or opening night of Mickey's Not So Scary. Things like, I want you to showcase that stuff. So realistically, you have to go there and showcase it. You can't go and do what you want it to do. You can't go and go and do what you got to go and say, this is what they're offering, but do it in your own way. Yes, have fun with it, but this is what they want you to. They're going.
But there's typically things, right, of what they want to see in your video.
They're going to hand you that paper. Yes and no. You kind of have an idea what their season, and you're reading this paper like, oh, okay, well, you're mentioning the carousel here, so I have to go get the carousel in my video. So I kind of now I have to go, things like that. I mean, not that I minded it. I was going to go back there anyways, but like, oh, it's the 6th year or whatever, and like, oh, like for Disney, oh, we added a new parade this. Now I got to watch a parade. Guess what? I don't watch parades. I'm not a parade person. Just person. But now I got to watch that parade because I'm Disney Media and it's new.
Danny, I think secretly you're a parade person.
No,
just depends
Agree.
on the type.
Not at all.
Yeah, depends on the parade, but I think you're a parade person.
It depends on the parade. Yeah, it depends. Like, I'm not like a normal parade. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I'm not that big of a show person either.
That's like for me.
I watch a show.
As I grow, if Cedar Point approached me and they got to know me, would I take that? Absolutely, I would. I mean,
yeah.
Just because you have it doesn't mean you have to go to these things. I mean,
or
but I would rather.
Let me tell you something. No, if you have it, and you get invited, you go. Though that's the thing. If you have it, you go. we don't turn it down. Turn it down, they may be like, well, he turned it down last time, so we're not going to invite him. You go, you know. But you know, it's like me. I'm not like the singing and dancing, but I'll be a show person with like a high dive show or something. Like if it's action packed or something, yeah, I'm gonna watch that. You know, like, but with these things, you're not getting much out of it though. Realistically, it's like anybody that's a Disney YouTuber that's on media, like Prince and Tim Tracker, all that, right? Guess what? They're still paying for a season pass.
Yep.
They're still paying
100%.
for a season. I don't believe it. Like, oh no, Tim Tracker gets in for no. He's still paying Disney. Disney still wants his money. They don't care who he is. They don't care who Dev is. They want their money. They're gonna let you come in and do what you want to do and have fun. They may give you that extra, hey, how are you? Thanks for what you do. But that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Exactly.
Like me and Miguel, the annual pass holder. That's all we get in Six Flags, and we're the two that are stopped all the time by fans. Is in the park stopping us like they are in Disney, stopping these YouTubers in Disney. We're the ones over here getting stopped. I mean, I'm not one to boast. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want
Boast.
But
boast, Danny. You've earned it. You've earned the right to.
It's we did, but it's just still weird. Like, okay, we're not even 2 years into this. Like, we just crossed that year mark. March 10th was 1 year for us, and we got so many fans end of the year. You know, so it's just like, all right, what?
But you found your niche,
and we've got to keep going.
You found a niche.
Yep.
Exactly. And like people say, oh yeah, I love your videos from here and everywhere else. So it's like, okay, you love everything else, like you're watching what we do, so not good. But even park staff will see us and like, oh my god, you guys are those YouTubers. Yeah, that's us. We got staff coming up to us. Can we take a picture? Yeah, come on. Just people, like, we tell people all the time, if you see us, stop us and say hi. Say hi. You want to ride with us? Come on, let's go on a ride. You know, like we don't care. We're not those people who are like gonna take a picture and run. You know, like my biggest connection in the park saw us. We watch your stuff all the time, and we stood there and had a whole conversation, and we ended up hanging out the whole day. After my opening day video, the family that we were in the park with, that video, that Patrick, that guy that comes into our chat all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was him in the video.
Him, right?
Okay.
That's what I thought.
That's my connection. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I'm going to read you something that just popped up on my Facebook. By the way, April Fool's is canceled tomorrow. Keep the jokes to yourself because this whole year has been won already. Tomorrow's March 32nd.
That works for me. I like to wake up tomorrow and see that this whole thing's been a huge April Fool's joke.
Wait.
Are we all having the same dream?
That's what I was going to say with the news. Like, wake up. The news is going to be like, it's over. And then, like, this time tomorrow.
Yeah.
That would be wrong. That would be something
like
I would
we're
do.
All in the same. We're all in the same horror movie. And on that note,
but is it really?
Lena, you got any videos coming up tomorrow?
Do
you have any videos coming up tomorrow?
I do. I have daily videos again. I've been taking advantage. I looked at my analytics and I got more views when I had daily videos, so I'm trying to do that again. I'm also live streaming daily, at least for a half an hour in the mornings. And then in the afternoon, sometimes Mama Mouse and I are doing crafting and chatting and watching what disasters Mama can come up with next.
Like how many times she can figure out how to not get her headphones to work or audio not to work.
Do you know why that happened? She dropped one of them in water.
Oh well,
And
that'll do it.
and she had just
Nice.
bought that pair for Kelly, so she's on the third pair that she's having to buy for Kelly.
There's a reason she's not allowed to have electronic equipment and power tools.
And lighters.
She's the reason they're
Yeah,
not
that too.
allowed to have nice things.
Yep.
And FYI in the chat, we love Mama Mouse and
Yes, we
Kelly
do.
and Mars and the Mouse. And if we did not pick on her, she would wonder what she did wrong because she
You
will
know,
pick on herself for the same thing.
Mama Mouse and Kelly kind of remind me of me and Jess, to the point that we're not covering Disney so much, but to the point like just hearing what they were saying last stream about
Hmm.
just like how it just like just unifies and brings them together. And realistically, that's the same with Jess and me. Like that thing just like made us go out and have more fun. Like you can see Jess and I have always had fun. I mean, we're just on the same level. But the issue is just like, yeah, let's do this. Like those normal little household fights. I mean, come on, we all here live with somebody.
Yep.
You know, just don't really happen as much with her and I when we're just going out and doing it. Or now it's just like we're making. What are we doing next? And it's like I'm coming to her the other night. I'm like, look what we did. It's not look what we did. Why do you got a raccoon?
This is my kitty.
That's a big cat.
That's a
She
raccoon.
weighs about she weighs about 15 pounds. Huh.
Kind of reminds me of Rocket
She's
from
loud.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
She's a Maine Coon, so she's part Bobcat.
Danny, you got something coming up, don't you? Or are you just digging through video?
We're digging through video. We got game nights, the normal live streams. But
Yep.
I'm on lockdown. I'm on lockdown, guys. That's it.
And
the county that I live in here in Georgia put us on punishment. They said we're grounded.
Yeah. And if you're watching on the replay and you've managed to get through 2 hours and you get to this point, Danny and Jess do some amazing stuff on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
This guy?
Yep. Yeah, that guy too.
With Yoda.
And
With Yoda.
Jess on Friday nights does her weekly entertainment news. And if you're looking for something new and you're not already subscribed to them, you have to go check them out because they are fun anytime
This
they go
Friday
live.
should be a topic stream from her because she already did a month, so
Good.
So it should be some kind of topic stream. I don't know what.
Well, we know it won't be Indiana Jones, and it won't be Sparkly Batman.
You never know.
It could be a Sparkly Batman meets Indiana Jones.
I yelled at her because she missed young Indiana Jones.
She did.
I was like, and I was in chat like, "Young Indiana Jones, the TV show. Young Indiana Jones, the TV show," and she totally ignored me.
As for me, I've got nothing coming up right now except for some crutches. And as soon as I find something out with that and I can get up and I can get moving around, there will be much more coming to my channel. With everything going on right now and being stuck at home, it's probably going to be more kitchen stuff.
Why don't you just live
stream?
Probably
Probably my son baking or me and the live stream on Tuesday nights.
Why don't you live stream some more?
Solo.
Just not comfortable enough yet to do myself.
Oh. Just stop and just do it. You can do it.
Yeah, even if you do it for just 30 minutes, find something that interests you. Like even if it's talking about, the fact that you've made bread without yeast and you've done the baking powder and this is why it didn't work and this is how it tasted. It's something that you can relate to the current topics, and you don't need someone there to talk about it with you.
I'm going to do this for now on. I was going to do this for now on.
Yeah, that'll be even worse. I do better with a crowd.
See, there we go.
Yep.
And see, we can make
Uncomfortable
we can make faces at him, and you won't even know it.
Well, you could do it in front of me, and it would be just like
Oh, wait.
being at home
Oh,
with
sorry.
my wife.
Hit the button.
Okay,
right?
I
Like,
think we're at a good place.
We're married. We're you.
Yeah.
And guys, if you are looking to book any type of travel, whether it's to a theme park or you're just going on a family trip, make sure to contact Tony. He is a travel agent with Magical Enchanted Vacations, and he can do all of that for you. Everything from booking a hotel to that rental car to save miles on your own car.
Thank you,
Or
Lena.
and I'll set your vacation up. I'll take your money, but I'm not guaranteed to go anywhere.
Danny will video it for you, edit it, and
I'll
put
go
it
there
up on
for you.
YouTube so you can watch it.
And I want to go to Disney. Okay, cool. So the Polynesian cost you this, with about a month at Disney, and meal plan for every three sit down meals a day. Okay, cool. Thanks for the trip, guys.
I was being serious. So,
And on that note, we're 2 hours in. Make sure to check out Lena at Paper Scissors Vacations Oh My. She's been going live every day.
That's a
Make sure to
fun
check
channel
out
right there.
Danny
thanks, guys.
at Two Real Geeks as they go live 3 times a week, and they will both have videos coming up shortly. And I will be having videos coming up as soon as I can get up and start doing them again. I am Tony.
And
may
he's
have
going
a
to start
surprise
doing
live
lives
stream.
by himself.
Well, maybe eventually, yes.
I may have
For
a
me-
surprise live stream coming up soon.
Lena from Paper Scissors Vacations and Danny from Two Real Geeks. Have a fantastic day, and we're out.